and welcome everybody to tonight's show. We have another exciting show for Tech Thursday. We have a special guest in the house in the form of Kanoo CEO. No, we don't fool with the low class and the middle people. No, we deal with the top people here on Tech Thursday. So it is our privilege for you joining us tonight to be here with us on this pre-holidays type season. Yeah, you know, we get the feeling, we get the lights, we get the logo and stuff, get the little Santa hat. Yeah, you know, we get a little festive shortly, soon, you know. But thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We know that a lot of retail stores are open. A lot of persons have already started their business. A lot of customers have been browsing. And so, you know what? We thought it fit to bring Kanoo back onto the show to discuss their platform, the viability of it, whether it's safe. So be sure to go ahead, like and share this video, comment, because we have the CEO of Kanoo on the show. Like and share this video, get your friends involved. If you know of somebody who is in business and they're looking for another payment, a safe alternative, well, I don't know if it's safe, but we have the CEO here who can let us know when it's safe. But I think it's safe because we bring them here on Tech Thursday. Let them tag them in the video, bring them on the show, ask the questions, so we know exactly what we need to do for this Christmas holiday. We'll be right back after the short intro. All right.
He got caught.
And so normally Catherine will get caught with not paying attention, but we got Mr. Davies.
Listen, you took my role.
But you guys paying
You
time,
see?
Kim.
I know. But he didn't.
And all this time, I was focused, you know.
Right. Just on one time, you know, we almost like a
At
particular
one
broadcast.
time.
Whenever you see a particular broadcast station, boy, in a particular section, don't be sleeping
In the church.
because they would catch you. Well, welcome, Mr. Davies, back on the show. It's a pleasure. It's a privilege for you to be here. Tonight's show is all about Kanoo, and we had some of our previous viewers had a lot of questions about Kanoo and their platform and how it could assist their business. And thank you for taking time out tonight of your busy schedule to talk with us and talk with our viewers so they could get a better understanding of Kanoo. So,
Before we get to know about Kanoo, listen, when he first started, he said, I was like, hold on, people don't even understand what he said. He said Kanoo Davis. I'm like, that's his name?
Keith
But-
Davies.
No, you said Kanoo.
I said Kanoo?
You said Kanoo.
Oh, see.
You said Kanoo.
Whenever I think but Keith, I think Kanoo.
Oh, okay, so only one. Okay. But before we get to know...
All right, I'll take that. I'll take that again.
Hey, you know, I said become a politician, but 201. Yeah, I know that 101. Yeah, 201.
That deserves a high roll.
Politician or priest.
Oh.
One of the two. But before we dive into Kanoo, let's learn about Mr. Davies. Mr. Davies, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh boy, I hate talking about myself. You know, I'm very uninteresting.
No, I think so our viewers can get to know who you are. You know, your likes. It doesn't have to
Okay,
be
sure.
specific.
No. I mean, I understand. I mean,
Mhm.
so you're talking to an individual that has been steeped in working in the securities and business arena for the last 20 plus years. I started my career working at the Securities Commission as the assistant to the then inspector that changed into the executive director. And I worked hand in glove with individuals there in the development of laws, regulations, policies, and procedures for the Bahamas. And after that, I moved into working with the Bahamas International Securities Exchange, where I was instrumental in developing the rules and regulations for that entity and literally helping to build that. Over time, I became the CEO of that organization. I still remain in that position, and that is, despite the fact that I'm with Kanoo, which is a private venture with a number of other young entrepreneurs. It is still my primary focus, and in that particular situation, I'm able to work with, advise, point in the right direction a number of small businesses, particularly, and that was able to actually be a foundational provide me a different perspective. So when Kanoo started, it's actually dovetailed. Um, and so this entrepreneurial venture, which was about 7 or 8 young men, I'm the old man in the group, uh, and a bunch of young entrepreneurs got together, and eventually we found our identity such that now Kanoo, it's short for John Canoe. And the reason that name was picked was because it embodies the spirit, soul, and energy of the Bahamas. That's what Kanoo is about. And I always tell people this, that the one thing that we stand for, that I stand for, is our brand vision. Our brand vision is to make life better for Bahamians. It's not to make gobs of money. I mean, any business, that's what they want to do. Your sole business purpose is to make money unless you're a charity. However, it is my fervent belief that you will make that if you take care of the people that you serve. So that is what the purpose and the focus and the energy of Kanoo is focused at. And I think we've been pretty good at living up to our brand vision.
All right, sounds great.
Okay, so if you did not know who Mr. Davies is, now you know. He's not the producer, and he is not Mr. Tech over there. He is Mr. Canoe. All wrapped up in what was said. So, if you guys have any questions, like we always say, this is an interactive show. I'm sure Mr. Davies, myself, Anna Kim, just don't want to talk all night. We want to hear your questions and we want to answer them. And hopefully we'll be able to assist you with your business. We know a lot of people are trying to, you know, live their 2020 dreams and become an entrepreneur, open their business. And hopefully Kanoo will be able to assist you with collecting revenue and doing what it could do. And like I said, prepare your questions. And I'm sure Ms. Davis will be able to answer all of them.
All right, so Mr. Davis, what is Kanoo? I know Catherine mentioned a few minutes ago, but helping businesses collect revenue. But what is Kanoo in its true form? Who is it for? Is it for business owners? Is it for regular consumers?
Churches.
No, in churches and sorry, consumers as relates to, am I an individual? Is Kanoo suitable for me, or like, let's
Yeah.
dig deep inside
Where does it
what
fit?
is it for?
Yeah, where does it fit? What is it?
Right.
How does it? What is it? How I'm the average person. I'm a business owner. What does it mean to me? And I think that is the single most important question that I always tell my staff members and colleagues. We as an organization work to meet people where they are. Stop telling me where I should be. I'm here. I need X. Give me what I need, and we see us the tide. We will raise all ships. So, Kanoo, in its purest form, is a social mobile commerce platform. We're designed to create an element of empowerment for businesses. And there are three things that we talk about. We talk about creating awareness, driving sales, and building customer loyalty. One of the biggest things that an organization, a small business has, is that they spend so much time and effort putting up their shingle. And then they say, now what? And you look out the door and you hope someone walks in, because you really don't have the economic engine, the marketing machine, the army of staff members to go out there and collect and bring those customers through your door. And so what Kanoo as a platform does is that it simply allows those small to medium-sized enterprises, which is our focus, because the largest shops, they already have their engines. They don't necessarily need to have all of the things that we do. But when we provide it to them, we actually enhance and propel their businesses beyond where they even were. But imagine if we're able to do that for the small to medium sized business. And so, what Kanoo does is it allows those businesses to interact with their customers, it allows them to reach their customers, it allows them to monetize their customers. So, if you have a customer that spends $3 with you, well, we're going to try to get them to spend 5 to 10.
Right.
And so we have tools, we have services, we have access points that allow you to do things that you would not normally be able to do or ever be able to do with your current infrastructure. So we build, we uplift, and we empower businesses.
All right. So, in terms of the small, medium enterprises, right, that you just mentioned, I guess it all, how would, given this COVID-19 pandemic that we all face and these new restrictions and um, these new norms that they're now being called, especially with the brick and mortar stores being closed, was Canoe a solution to assist or to bridge that gap in digitizing a company's business?
100% yes. Um, Several aspects there. So first of all, money equals COVID.
Right.
Physical money, So you're talking to a person. Now that we have over 100 merchants using our Kanoo and our services, I personally don't shop at a place that doesn't use Kanoo. I don't
Wow.
carry cash ever, ever, and I mean that. If you don't use Kanoo or you don't take something digital, I don't come into your store. I talk to individuals. Now, that's maybe you say, well, Keith, you're biased. You're with Kanoo, and you would say that. But I have
Right.
individuals that say, hey, Keith, tell me where you all are at so I can go there. Why are they doing that? Those businesses ran into a brick wall when they were asked to close, when they were asked to do side curb service,
Right.
and they now saying, well, how am I going to reach people? How are people going to reach me? And on top of that, I don't feel comfortable walking outside with cash change and taking it at someone's door.
Right.
Someone could be watching, someone could see me. So our solution allows those individuals to receive payments digitally using a cell phone without having to exchange that physical currency. So just imagine the small store that can reach a customer. The customer can reach them, ask for a particular item, pay for that item on the phone, and simply drive up and it gets put into your back trunk and they drive away. What I just described to you is exactly what I do with my merchants that I go
Right.
to in the Bahamas right now today. And so it solves a cash collection and revenue collection problem. Um, Cash is a big problem for any business. And if you can solve that particular sticking point, then you've actually allowed that business to flourish, minimize the risk, and expand their reach. The other thing about it is this, um, call about pre-sales. There are several places that I like to go, Akeem, that I'd like you to go.
Okay.
So if for some reason or the wife there, a certain area, you could send and through the phone send benefits, gift cards to someone else so that they don't have to use cash in those entities as well. So it's a form of reach. So I'm sorry.
Tell him listen carefully, please.
Oh, firm that implement ID solutions that fit. One of the solutions is what you're viewing now, live streaming. If you have a funeral, if you have a wedding, if you have a social gathering, if you have anything that requires live streaming, this is one solution that Sanders Consultants offers. So if you're looking for that particular solution, whether or not you want to rent our services or you want to own your services, we sure do that. Give us a call at 803-8940. Thank you, Alive, also for sponsoring tonight's show. Alive, I mean, since Alive came around, the new kid on the block, just never looked back. Alive, I'm told, are having some pre-Christmas sales and some pre-decent Christmas sales, better than what the Black Friday sales were about. So if you guys missed the Black Friday sale, Christmas is right around the corner, and I hear it's going to be better than the Black Friday sales. So thank you, Live, for sponsoring tonight's show. Tonight's show is also sponsored by Bahamas IP TV and Communication Solution. Listen, if you want to binge watch some movies, if you want to catch us on some TV shows with no interruptions, with no commercials, Bahamas IP TV and Communication Solutions are the persons to contact. Give them a call to go ahead and get your binge watch on. Tonight's show is also sponsored by Care Bahamas Business Solution. Thank you so much, Care Bahamas, for sponsoring tonight's show. If you're a business, if you're an entrepreneur and you need that reliable infrastructure, back-end infrastructure, let Care Bahamas Business Solution know I send you out. Once the back-end is operational, we deal with the front end as Sanders Consultants Limited. Thank you so much for sponsoring. Thank all of our sponsors for sponsoring tonight's show. We're back.
There we go. I said, okay.
I think he did that because after he had the benefits, he said, you know what?
Yeah.
He's like,
Well, it was so funny. My screen froze, Akeem, with you holding your head. So I don't know. I can put that hand back on your head by saying what I'm going to say now.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, hey, buddy, dig in that pocket. Sorry, pull out that phone.
Right.
Yeah. So, no, what I was saying is, in terms of the smaller businesses, the one thing that they have an issue with is trying to customer engagement. They don't know who their customers are. They don't know how to reach them. And so there is this fear that I don't know what's going to happen. I'm from the securities world. The one thing that we focus on and work so hard to create is a level of confidence. Confidence comes through understanding and knowing your market, doing your research so that you can make predictable, informed decisions. Right. As a business, you make informed decisions by knowing who your customers are, knowing where your products come from, how much they cost, what your overhead's going to be. So once you've got all that sorted out in terms of internal, the question then becomes, what about out there? What about the person who's going to walk through my doors? And so what we've done is we've allowed those small to medium-sized businesses extend their reach. And I was just about to say that one of the things that we're doing this holiday season is allowing small businesses who never thought they could to create gift cards that they can proliferate throughout society to persons that will then draw them into their stores. So people patronize places that are close to them and places where they live, where you work, and where you play. Sure. So if you can find a way to put those types of electronic methods of commerce into those persons' hands and to extend that to their customers, who can then send it to other customers, you've now empowered that small business to attract persons to their door. And so we're getting back incredible feedback from persons saying, I didn't know this was possible. Wow. The feedback, I didn't have the time to do anything this Christmas season. You've now empowered me. That they didn't use, in fact, the words were, this is great. I didn't know I could do this. And so we're doing that. And you're beginning to see the responsiveness to this program that we're running. And it's a process of adoption again. We had a conversation right before we went on. This is not something that's going to happen overnight. I work in BISX, and we took 20 years before we listed government debt. 20 years. Some say I'm a very patient man, but the issue is that I don't think that was that eye roll. That was that. That's an inside joke.
Inside joke.
20 years, wow.
But you know what? The issue is this: we don't have to wait 20 years for Kanoo to make the impact that we already seen. Can I say this? That yesterday was our 1-year anniversary when we started.
Wow! Congratulations!
And some people say, "Man, y'all been here for 5-10 years." Right? No, we just yesterday was our 1-year anniversary where we started In I think we kicked it off. We were in Super Value. We were outside ringing the bell, trying to sign people up, and people saying, "What y'all is? What y'all doing?" I don't know what this is. Now we're north of 15,000 users. We've got over 100 merchants. We've got hundreds more lined up, waiting to come on board. And why are they waiting? Because there's an onboarding process that we go through to make sure that they come into the Kanoo family in a way that they maximize the efforts and time that they put to coming in. And so we're on our way, to the rest of the 400,000 people. We won't stop till we capture them all and benefit them in a way that empowers all Bahamians.
Right. And just listening to you with the initiative with the gift card is something that also helps with the social distancing, and even
Yes.
yeah. And so I mean that's actually a great initiative that you guys launched. And I guess it's a gift card, and then again because the wallet is on your phone, and Kanoo is a wallet, correct?
Correct.
And it's not a blockchain technology
Um, uh, so the
to an
distributed
extent.
ledger technology, it's not that is a built into our platform such that we can, in the fullness of time, when we make the decision, we'll be
Sure.
able to accommodate various types of digital currencies. But today, but I will say this: the sand dollar
Right.
is a digital currency. So in terms of blockchain technology, it's already built into our platform. And we should talk about Sand Dollar because
Right.
that is the power and the medium which is integral to our platform, that will allow for commerce to fly throughout the Family Islands, because it is legal tender. And what that means is that when you receive a Sand Dollar, you
Yes.
don't have to go to the bank or go anywhere to redeem that. You've received digital cash, which is equivalent to the cash that you would have in your pocket. And so, we had a conversation about, and I'm sorry I'm jumping, my mind is just racing
Sure.
here with all
Sure.
the issues. We talked about security and safety in transactions during this holiday season.
Yes.
I long for the day when the majority of transactions in a merchant are all digital. You know, there is no need today, outside of a few issues, why you would need to carry cash in order to facilitate a transaction in the Bahamas. Um, we do it because we've been doing it for so long. Um, we talk to, and as we educate and as we show businesses the power and the safety and security and the speed of using digital transactions, you're going to begin to see merchants do what we've educating our merchants to do, which is to incentivize people to move over,
Yes.
give them a reason to say yes. And so, one of the things we have to do, as an organization and as a country, we've got to make accessibility to internet, Wi-Fi, data, a right, so that it's not having to be paid for. And I can say, and you have Alive is a sponsor of yours.
Yes.
Alive, to their credit, has zero rated the Kanoo app on their phones. So if you use the Kanoo app on a live phone, you don't use any data.
That's going to be my
It's
next
it,
question.
I,
it is
I thought I
so
was gonna
so
ask the
but but
next question. We have like a lot
but
of
you know what?
questions.
But just imagine what that says is that, and I've told people this because of the work that we're doing with the Department of Social Services, the courts,
Hmm.
and a number of other entities, Grand Bahama Port Authority. Kanoo is an essential service.
Yes.
We're providing the means for people to survive right now, um, uh, instantly, using these digital vouchers and food vouchers and gift cards, that are allowing people to eat. I won't call them out, but number of our staff members and our executives routinely just, for someone that's in need, sends them a $50, $100 super value gift card or some other gift card to someplace to get food. And
Right.
and like myself, I'll never advertise it. I'll never tell you what I do. It doesn't matter. I
Right.
help somebody,
Right.
but we
Right.
can do it in an instant. And we can't help everyone, but we're trying to do that. But in terms of what Alive has done, we're zero rated. You're using it, so when you open that app, you're not prevented from transacting, which is the key.
Right.
And so I want to say hats off to them, and persons who are using it are benefiting.
Okay, so I'm going to say it in a layman's term. For some people might not understand. If you don't get no data on your phone, you can use Kanoo. You don't need no data. Get the app. You don't need no data. So you could listen. You nobody have to lie. You say, I ain't got no data. I can't send it. Just you don't need no data. Layman's term.
As long as you're using a live services.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Correct.
okay.
It's a live.
Right.
So I mean, I'm not calling anyone out. I'm actually speaking to what is happening. I would
Right.
hope
You know
that
facts.
I would hope that's a fact. That is a fact.
Right.
I would hope it is a fact that it's not happening on the other carrier. I would hope, and we are going to ask and petition and move to them to do the same thing, because it's not about profitability here. This is about saving lives and allowing people to access the internet, which I think international organizations is now, it's like a human right now. You need to have this connectivity and this access to this data, which allows you to do so many things.
Okay, so I have a question to ask. You know, I tend to break it down, like I say, for the layman. So
Please.
I'm watching the show, and I want to be on the side of the road trying to sell my toys, and I don't want to be out on the streets, or I might be selling a Christmas tree or something, but I don't want to be out late in the night, and this sounds like it's making sense. How do I sign up to accept Kanoo funds, if I'm using right terms? How does a person like
Well,
me,
well, well,
the person selling toys on the side of the road, how does that person become a Kanoo merchant? Is that the right term? Right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
we can talk two things. Let's break this down, and let's be very realistic about what we want to do. So
Mm-hmm.
so Canoe facilitates P2P, person to
Mm-hmm.
person,
Okay.
me to you. Okay, so that person on the street, and because typically those transactions are cash transactions, they are not necessarily what I would call the major business transactions. They're very quick, very simple. Those persons, without having to become a Canoe merchant, they could simply have a sign up to Canoe. They can download the app for free from the Google Store or the Apple Play Store, and they can install it, and they can put up a sign that says Canoe accepted here.
Okay.
So a person who has Canoe could literally walk up and say, "What's that? That bag for $10? Book, book, book. $10 goes here. Here's the bag."
Okay.
Okay, that's a
So it's simple as that.
person-to-person transaction. Now you now have a storefront. You want to, and I would encourage persons, and here's why. This is actually very important. If you have a storefront, one of the key things that you want to do as a business, and this is, I guess, Akeem, this is some business advice.
Right.
You want to generate sales and transaction history. You want to be able to demonstrate to financial institutions, whether that be insurance, banking, or even Canoe, that you have a track record of operation. How do you do that? You do that through through transaction and business records. So when you establish a merchant account with Canoe, you now have a digital platform that allows you to track, monitor, and analyze your business transaction history. Why is that important? In the fullness of time, if you need to go for a loan, you need to get a micro loan from Canoe, hint, hint, in the future. Um, you can now demonstrate and say, look what I've done for the last 3 months. Look what I've done for the last 12 months. Look at my sales. Look at the transactions that I've incurred. I should be eligible to receive X amount in credit, X amount in a loan. You can take that to a banking institution and demonstrate and show to them what you're doing. So I encourage all businesses, you've got to think ahead for yourselves now. It's not about the hustle. It's
Right.
about the long term. And again, if you're in business, there's certain things that you just have to do to secure yourself, and that's one of them. So that's a tip that I want to give to businesses. So signing up with Canoe, you can go to our website, www.kanoopays, KANOOPAYS.com, and you can navigate to the merchant section, and the information there tells you how to do it. I would click the request a demo button, What that does is it simply puts you into our system. You get your name, your number, your business information, and one of our sales agents will reach out to you. And the one thing that we pride ourselves on is that customer service. Kanoo is a family, and so we're going to hold your hand to bring you in, and then hold your hand while you go through the journey of your business. So we will work with businesses to bring them in. And we have various packages, I think ranging from 69 all the way up to a higher number. But it allows you, within those packages, it allows you to do various things where, in terms of engaging, monetizing your customers, and giving out gift cards, etc.
Okay.
I,
So go ahead.
no, I just was going to talk about that shameless plug, but hint, hint. But anyway, we'll discuss it some more off air.
I just said, see, the one thing I wonder if my CFO or anybody's just screaming at me right now,
Right.
but I always get in trouble. But listen, we are here to provide every service that is possible to make life better for Bahamians, and
Indeed.
it's a natural progression for us. And so, in the fullness of time, we will look at that as an option to assisting individuals as well.
Yeah, and I think this is, and Canoe specifically right now, a lot of banks, I mean, I won't call it names, they're just closing out on the islands. So businesses on the islands, or entrepreneurs on the islands, Canoe is, and I would, push it out there, an option for you to collect funds that you need to. I mean, if you want to purchase something, if you want to send money to somebody, use Canoe. Use Canoe. Everybody's crying, oh, the banks are closing. We have alternatives, and I think Canoe is an alternative for you.
Yeah, yeah. Let's talk about that. So there's several aspects to this, and we talk about the family island. So a couple of things have to happen in terms of the evolution for digital currency to take hold. And what we've done with our merchants and our users, we say, tell us. I use the term. Tell us where you work, where you live, where you play. Tell us where
Right.
you shop. Where would you like us to go? And so I'm notorious for this. Every place that I frequent, I literally kick down. I shouldn't say kick down their door. I'm one of those shoppers where I know the owner. I know the person's there. So and that's why I go. And so I introduce Kanoo to them. I show them how it works. And sure enough, over time, I'm using Kanoo at those locations. So the merchant needs to be told, if I use Kanoo, this is how it's going to benefit me. It's got to
Right.
be easy. It's got to be quick. It can be cumbersome. You go to some of these stores and you got like 10 different devices on the table. And it's like, I can't deal with it. So we've shown businesses how a person can come in with their phone, beep, and walk out the door. So that's a first step to getting into the door with these organizations. I think beyond that, there's a process of getting the individual. So there's the merchant, then it's the user, because it's a chicken and egg that we have. So we initially, when we first started, the person said, well, we get asked three questions. I always say, who you all is, my money safe, and where I could use this. So
Right.
the merchant says, okay, who are you all? Okay, we're licensed by the central bank. We're safe and secure as a financial institution. Okay. Is my money safe? Well, Sand Dollar is digital currency. It's backed by the full faith and credit of the central bank. And it's just like the money in your pocket. Where can I use it? That also translates into who's going to use it with me as the merchant. So we had to build up a critical mass. And so in the family islands, here's what has to happen. Those businesses have to say, we are accepting sand dollars. When they say that, they then need to give those persons that come into their store a reason to use those sand dollars or Kanoo Cash or the Kanoo app in order to transact. They need to convince those users to do that, because over time on the islands, let's say you get $10,000 in cash, where you can put it?
All the banks closed.
They're gone.
Yep.
So someone got a flat in Nassau with money in their pocket,
Right.
missed the bank because you ain't gonna get there in time, hold that cash overnight.
Right,
Maybe you go to Dropbox, but I ain't going to no Dropbox no 8 o'clock at night.
right.
And so all I'm saying, just walk that through in your mind now. So
The
just do
process.
the alternative. So now apply Kanoo. You got the Kanoo app, you got the Kanoo POS, and by the way, we have a point of sale system that a merchant can download for free that allows you to accept Sand dollars and Kanoo cash all in one. In fact, that's on. You should see an update if you update your app today. We just pushed a new update so that all of our Kanoo merchants now accepting Sand dollars for transactions. So in the Family Island, you walk up to that business, your money's on the phone, you can transact. Let's take that a step back again. How do you get the Sand dollars in the first place?
Right.
Businesses, and I know this is going to happen because and I'm telling the Kanoo persons who listen to this call, pretty soon you all are going to get paid in Sand dollar. Okay, we're going to pay you in Sand dollars.
Right.
Now the money is already in the system. And as I said before, why are you going to withdraw it if every place you go takes the Sand dollar?
Sand dollar. Correct.
Yeah. So whether you go down to the fish fry, to the fish market, or anybody on the street, you just transfer the Sand dollars, which is at no cost, from P to P, from person to person. There's a small cost with the merchant, as with any digital transaction, but still cheaper than what they would pay with the other traditional rails. So as you begin to see from a bottom line perspective, from a use case perspective, from a user perspective, you're now asking yourself, I see why I don't need cash. If you feel the need to have cash as an individual, you put that $20 in your pocket and that's it. But that $20 can get old and fold it up because you're never going to use it.
Right. All right.
So wait, yeah, my screen jumped on me. Sorry. so yeah, I thought I lost you, but no. So you know, this is and as I said, so these are the things that have to happen, and is happening already over time with businesses. Here, it's happening in spades. It's beginning to happen in the Family Islands, and you're going to begin to see this uptick in usage of this digital currency because the merchants will want it, and the user will find it as a benefit to them. Additionally, coming into the new year, we're going to be giving. I know when you sign up to Kanoo, we give you points. Well, we're going to translate and transact or flip those points into, we're going to monetize those points. So now that you can do something with them. Right. So now you can use those points at various merchants. You can convert those points into products and services. Merchants can now engage in that process of generating points and loyalty. So, I know some people that only use a certain credit card because it gives them points. But guess what? I know people who got like 50,000 points. They never use them. Why? Because it's in the States. Or it's not something that they've ever thought about. Well,
right.
We're in the Bahamas. We are a proud Bahamian company, and we're going to take those proud Bahamian points and we're going to put them in those proud Bahamian companies.
Sounds great. Catherine, do you have any other further questions?
I always have a lot of questions.
Okay.
I always have a lot of questions. Okay, so from an entrepreneurial standpoint, go to the website. I always break it down. Go to the website. All the information there. Okay.
And the app stores. Download the app.
Download the app, and then you can add in our app right now. You're able to add your bank debit or credit card, so you can load your wallet. You can add every merchant, every Kanoo merchant, and every user with the click of a button in the App Store. For the user, you go right to where your My Wallet is, and below the cash card that is automatically placed in your wallet, you'll see a button that says Add Card. You press that, and it says Sand Dollar Card. You select the Sand Dollar Card, and automatically a Sand Dollar card is placed in your wallet. It is that simple, and you are now at the level of transacting in Sand Dollar throughout the length and breadth of the Bahamas.
So do we have to call anybody to help us through this process in terms of I go on the app, I download the app, I sign up, do I still have to call somebody, or is everything is
Okay.
just
So
there?
yeah, that's an excellent question. So with respect to this adding of the sand dollar, there is no need to call anyone. The minute you press it, it automatically pops into the wallet. With respect to adding your debit or credit card,
Mm-hmm.
we have a security feature. That security feature does a micro charge on your debit or credit card, less than $1.
Mm-hmm.
The reason we did that security feature was because if I take your card and I added it to my wallet, I could now be spending money, loading my card, withdrawing the cash. And that's not something that we want to do. However,
Right.
this security feature, this micro payment, that shows up on your bank statement or in your transaction history, which typically only the person who can call the bank or log into an online portal at the bank will be able to see.
Correct.
So what we do is we tell individuals that once you've added your debit or credit card, it'll tell you a micro payment has been done on your with respect to your card.
Right.
You should pick up the phone, call the number on the back of your card, speak to the representative like I did, and I won't lie. They asked me so many questions. I said, damn, this more invasive than going to the airport. You know, when they frisk you and touch you, you know. But they asked me some. I had to think when they
Right.
asked me those questions. But I felt good. I was like, okay, again, you ain't getting in there, you know.
Right.
So
Right. Right. Right.
they asked me those questions, and they then said, Mr. Davies, how can I help you? I said, listen, I just did a microtransaction with a company called Kanoo. Can you tell me that amount, please? Mr. Davies, that amount was 43 cents. Went back to the app, entered 0.43. You're now verified. That card is now in your wallet, and you can use it without any hindrance. But that
Right.
little inconvenience saves a lot of trouble in the future. But one of the things that we're going to do, and we're going to do it better, is that we're going to notify individuals of what they have to do in terms of calling that number on the back of your card to know that you need to get that number, that micro verification, so that your card is free and clear. But that's the
Right.
only time that I would say you would call someone.
I mean, again, they're still not calling Canoe; they're calling their financial institution, and just to
Correct.
verify that a legitimate transaction just occurred.
Correct.
So I mean, kudos. As soon as I finish the show, uh, she's hitting some benefits. So yeah, in order to get those benefits together, add another card.
And wait, I don't want to call name the one that you gonna love, Catherine. And you need
Okay.
to, Kim, brother,
Oh
you gonna
yeah.
have to dig deep. So from pastries to bread to jewelry to all sorts of other. Don't shake your head, man. Hold your head up, brother. Hold your head up.
I just bought some pastries in the house, literally.
Don't listen.
And you can
Listen.
buy some more.
More.
Yeah, and to food. We have one of our and no, we did something innovative as well. One of our delivery, we have like 4 delivery companies that I'm trying to work with as over there in there. So what we're doing is they pick up food and they do other deliveries. We're empowering them so that you could so you order through them using that. You don't have to worry about the actual restaurant. You just go to them with that coupon and that gift card, and now you've paid for the food, but you've done it directly through the delivery company. So we
Nice.
found innovative ways to access the market and make life easier for people. That's the key: convenience, and speed and accuracy and security. That's what people want to see, and I think the trend is just happening, Akeem. People are beginning to see the value in it. We mentioned before this that I would never want COVID and wish COVID on anybody. Like we said, honest to God, I didn't want to go through this.
Right.
It's not something that I would wish. But however, we are here. And
Mm-hmm.
one thing, Kanoo's business has increased exponentially because we're providing solutions to the problems that COVID created.
Correct.
And so for that, I am humbled and grateful. And to hear a business say, I didn't know this was possible. Thank you for helping me. We're not the
Right.
savior, but we provide avenues, where before there was nothing more than question marks.
Right. I mean, I just want to piggyback just a tad bit and say I want to debunk your statement in terms of COVID created the situation. I think COVID just the situation was ever there, or the problem was ever there. It
Exacerbated
just
it, yes, yes,
escalated. Yeah, it just escalated it
yes.
because your company Kanoo foresaw that we need a digital platform to start transaction in a digital platform. You guys created it. You guys now celebrating your 1 year anniversary in the midst of the pandemic, and so you guys were forerunners in seeing the need for it. And COVID just now came and highlighted that this need that you guys saw a year ago, or well, in terms of the official formation of the company, now everything now just makes sense, you know.
Yeah,
Like it, right,
yes.
because like
No,
I
you're
had
right.
yeah, because I had Cable Bahamas on the show last week, and I told them 5 years from last week Thursday, 5 years, the Bahamas is now really going to see and really going to experience a digital transformation shift in the way that how we interact and do business and just everything is going to be now in that digital platform. Persons are now going to become comfortable. They're going to trust the online technology platforms that's available because these type of things using Tech Thursday and having these type of discussions will now help educate the end users and to make them feel safe or make them feel comfortable in interacting with technology
Yes.
because technology is not going nowhere. It's
Well, let me piggyback off what you're saying. I mean, here's the word. If there's nothing else, people, if you're a business, um, uh, one of my colleagues, mentors, very wealthy gentleman, done a lot of things in the world, and he taught me a lot. And the one thing he said is that as a business, the worst thing you can do, some people say I'm an aggressive businessman. Okay, what does that
right,
mean? You know what? You know what? So he said, I know so many aggressive businessmen that sit by the phone aggressively waiting for it to ring.
Yes, it's true.
And it's like, yeah, and I thought, and I went, huh,
right,
yeah, and that there, but that, what I'm saying, you got all these, I'm gonna wait. That's gonna ring. No, 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 no. It doesn't work that way. So,
right,
business and a medium enterprise business, reach out to Kanoo. Here is the word you need to remember: engagement, 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 engagement. Kanoo is the company of engagement. We allow you to engage your customer. We allow you to engage that new customer. We allow you to engage them 24/7. When you close up shop, you're not engaging. And I'll also say this to some other businesses. Here's some more business tip. And again, this is me wearing all the many hats that I've had to wear over the years.
right,
I've dealt with hundreds of businesses, not thousands. Maybe not, but hundreds. I can assure you. And I speak to them and they're like, oh, I'm going to get a website. The website to me is the equivalent of looking at the phone waiting for it to ring, because it's one step in the direction of engagement. But what Kanoo does is that's engagement on steroids. We allow you to reach. We allow you to touch. This thing is with you. I don't want to get you in trouble, Akeem, but this probably with you more than it is with the producer. Oh, producer! Boy, oh my lord, that was a lot. Um,
Listen.
and producer, your phone with you longer than more with the game.
right.
No,
Okay,
you
so
always get it always
you know what?
dead. Say how your phone
Akeem,
is dead.
I'm going to stop talking. But you, I should have learned. I can talk to Catherine.
Put the
You
phone
don't
down.
exist anymore.
It's totally fine, totally fine.
But
But the issue is this: we understood and we understand that thing that is so small is so powerful. It's an extension of you. And so that level of engagement that we've taken allows individuals now to do things that they never thought was possible. And coming into next year, we're going to take that engagement element and allow that to be expanded through our Kanoo marketplace. And what that means is that, those persons that don't have a website, well, they're going to have a home on Kanoo, which will allow them to monetize their customers through our platform in a unique way that allows them not only to engage but to transact.
That's very good.
All right, nice.
Very innovative. But hold on, before we do what we have to do. Again, for the layman,
Sorry.
Break it down.
The
Break it
Translation.
down. Break it down.
the Kanoo app, for who really still don't understand, is almost like a debit card. You can use it to buy things. You should download the Kanoo app. It's like a debit card. You just don't have a lot of stuff in your wallet. I think that's simple enough, guys. Simple.
I ain't gonna fight you.
Because a lot of people, they sometimes tell me like, I still didn't understand what I was saying. So I always do a little breakdown for people to understand. The Kanoo app is a debit card without physically having a debit card in your hand.
All right, let me see if I can take a top of that.
On top of that?
Yeah, you're correct. So, in layman's term, layman's term is, don't do the website just yet. Download the Kanoo app. When you download the Kanoo app, you'll be able now to reach your customers quicker.
Not from the entrepreneurial standpoint.
Yeah, we're talking about from the business.
I was talking from a person just using the app because my thing
But
is,
you're all right though.
The more people
I know, right?
that has the app, but the thing is, the more people that has the app and demands business, hey, I have this money, I want to spend it. Businesses are going to respond to what people want.
Indeed.
Let me tell you how real this is. I thought a place took, and this was debit cards before Kanoo. I walk into the place and grab up all kind of stuff, put it in the trolley, walk up the plate, right? Come up, put my stuff on there, all on the table.
Right.
And I'm going to pay now. We don't take cards. I walk out.
Oh, wow.
But I walked out. Right. So they just lost a sale. Let's magnify that by every customer that walk in that door.
Right. For that day. Just for that day.
Hold on for that day. But hold on now. How long they could be in business if everyone said, you know what? I want this. You are what your customer tells you.
Right.
So we need to educate and bring the population along with us. Bahamians, like I say, as a Bahamian, I ain't stupid. I understand things. Yeah. Show me. Okay? Give me a reason. So we're going to take people along for the ride and show them how this will benefit them. When they see that, the businesses are going to respond. By extension, the flip side, like I said, when the businesses give people a reason to use it, people will then respond as well. And I think so yes, you are right, Madam Producer. Download the app, install it. The merchant needs to understand that which will be coming into their store. When they do that, they will be more inclined to sign up because they will then begin to see, the two favorite words that I have in Kanoo. That's it. That's it.
Right.
I hear that. You go in there and they're like, I don't know how this all going to work. And this looks so complicated. You press that button, pay. You scan it and it goes beep. And they go, that's it. I say, yes, it's that simple. That transaction versus the cash transaction, which is beep, beep, beep. Take the money, COVID in your hand. You open your cash drawer. You pull out some coins. You close the drawer. You rip off the receipt. You do that. I go boop and I walk out. I don't even get a receipt because it's on my phone.
Right.
Another thing is, for those of you those persons who know me, I don't like paper.
Oh.
Period. Basics.
I thought it's only me.
Is cash is paperless. Okay. Kanoo is almost paperless because there are things that merchants still want us to give to them. Right. But we are steadily moving, and my sales manager, he's 6'5", 250 pounds. I almost knock him down. Right. I almost tackle him when I heard that. I'm like, wait, we got fighting here. Right. What you printing? you
Right.
know. But we had to do it, and but we're moving persons, and so in the fullness of time, what you will see on that website, merchants will be able to sign up into Kanoo right on the website. They'll be able to pay right on the website. Even as a digital company, we didn't put that in place right away because persons still want to touch and feel and see. But we're going to move persons along. It's a process.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
process.
it's a process, and we will continue those small, positive, incremental steps towards our goal of digitizing the Bahamas and uplifting those small businesses.
All right, thank you so much. I know we had a giveaway to give away tonight, so only 4 persons look like they wanted to participate. So I want to be able now to let them know that we haven't forgotten them, and so we're now going to virtually spin the wheel and select a winner. Uh,
Now, King, while you virtually spin this, you're giving away minutes, right?
yes,
Now you know that in Canoe you could send minutes, BTC and Alive, both minutes and plans at the click of a button.
Okay, well, that person whoever wins will have to download it. I will send it that
and
day.
we'll send it.
And so
We'll
and
send it.
so
We'll
you
send it.
see, and so what I'm saying to you is, okay, you have the
Yes,
app. Tell that person if they want them. If they don't, and by the way, they don't need. I will say this: they don't need the app to receive the minutes because you're buying the minutes for them. Do
correct,
you know that during the lockdown, um, you couldn't go to the gas station to go buy your minutes?
Right.
correct.
Um, you may not have had a debit card, but so you had persons that were asking, can you please, transact some minutes for me? My dad, my 82-year-old father, with his ultra high tech phone, he buys his minutes through Canoe. He shops. Well, we keep him out of the stores now because all this COVID thing, but he
Right,
buys his minutes through Canoe. You know,
right.
it's as simple as that. So you should be able. So you should send this person their minutes
That.
in through Canoe.
All right. So the Sante roll was the winner, and so the Sante roll, we'll be sending you your $50 worth of minutes through Canoe.
Woohoo!
There you go.
All
There you
right.
go. Congratulations.
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 So, final word, Keith. It has been a very dynamic conversation, very informative.
Very.
You guys, again, congratulations on the 1 year anniversary celebrated yesterday.
Yeah. And I
Uh,
did honestly feel like you've been around for a long time. For real.
right, because everywhere,
When he said 1 year, I was like,
yeah,
okay.
every time I
I
turn
was
the
like,
news, it's Canoe. Every time I look at social media, I see Canoe. What do you mean 1 year? But
yeah.
you
Well,
guys have really
it's
been
funny.
out there.
Yeah, I want to say I want to give credit where credit is due. So my main job is BISX. Canoe is a entrepreneurial venture that I am a part of. One of several individuals, all of whom are smarter than me. Okay, in addition to being younger. um, I am a thought leader. I am not in there slogging away, doing all what you have just said. We've got a tremendous team that is growing. By the
Hmm.
way, we had this time last year we had one employee in a room with a table and a beach chair,
Right,
literally a fold up chair. Um, I don't even think they had a computer; they had a notepad. Okay,
right.
and today I think we're what, close to 15 or something like that employees
Nice.
in a year, or soon will be. And so the hard work, dedication, and efforts of all of those individuals make it seem like I'm doing something, some wizardry here. Okay, all I do is I come and I smile and I
Right,
speak, but
right,
they do the work. They are the heart and soul of Canoe, and I am nothing without their efforts and expertise. So I always give it to the team, and I take some of, but not the lion's share of the credit.
That's good.
all right, all right. I mean, again, that's coming from the CEO of Kanoo.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's a all-in-one business. Uh, Obviously, you see their principle is not of I, but it's a collective, cohesive teamwork effort that makes this thing happen. And a lot of businesses now need to adopt that. I would say that, and then you'll be able now to have your business grow even further. Thank you so much, Keith, for joining the show. Kath, Miss Producer, any final questions or comments from you?
No, I mean, just for anybody out there, entrepreneurs, and just, again, a regular person who's purchasing, Kanoo makes everything easy. Everything is easy, easy accessibility, easy to use. Just visit, download the app, visit their webpage, find out what it's gonna take so you don't get left behind. And Bahamians we are very reactive. It takes
Hmm.
something to happen for us to act.
Yeah.
Let's go one step forward, and it's not gonna hurt you as a merchant to have it.
It's not going to just take up unnecessary space off your
No,
phones.
no, it won't. And to all entrepreneurs, I would, I would, do your endeavor best. We don't know what 2021 is going to give us,
You,
present
you
us.
you deserve you deserve it as a
Yeah,
business to do to take
you
that. Take,
do.
I'm sorry, Catherine. Finish your point.
No, 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 no. You could chime in, but I
No,
wanted to tell.
I want businesses to really understand that you owe it. You put sweat and tears into building something. Okay,
Mm-hmm,
statistics are against you as a small business. Statistics say that 8 out of 10 businesses fail in the first year. Um, that number falls off a little bit as you go 3 to 5 because you're able to get past that hurdle.
mm-hmm,
Um, so you owe it to yourself to do the things necessary to give you the best option and chances at success.
yeah,
You see where the traditional methods have gotten you. You see the hurdles you have to jump through, the hoops you have to jump through in order to get basic financial transactions electronically through your system and through your business. Canoe eradicates and removes those barriers.
mm-hmm,
Okay, and so when we talk about empowering people, we this is not something that I'll end with this. We call it the Canoe spec: security, prosperity, empowerment, and convenience. Those are what we pour into your business. And if you follow through with that formula, you'll begin to see the, 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 the fruits of your efforts coming to bear. And I think that that's what it is as a business. And we're not making money on the backs of people. We're making money with people. I
yeah,
think I said that to you guys. And by the way, that statement, I didn't say that. A gentleman we just hired, he educated me. He said that was his vision for Canoe, and I want to give him the credit because when something bad happens in Canoe, I stand in front.
Right.
When something when something good happens, I push the people forward. So he said that I give him the credit, and I told him, can I use that? He said, please. I like that. That's what we're about. And it embodies that. If that's the kind of people we're bringing into our organization, that's what we're going to pour into you as an organization. And that positive energy, that's what businesses need. And so you can see I'm very passionate about these things, and that's what I want businesses to take away from this. And I think, Catherine, that word that we're looking for is engagement.
mm-hmm,
Let us help you engage to improve your lot in life as a business.
yeah. And I'm gonna wrap it up because I'm very long winded. But just like any business we do, we go there and we get these other means of you get a credit card machine with hopes that somebody would come into your business to use their credit card, but that doesn't mean they're going to use your credit card. So once you have things in place with the anticipation that, hey, I'm going to have the machine there, people are going to come with their canoe funds and use it here. Do not limit yourself in the ways that you can collect revenue.
Yeah, don't turn away a sale
Do
because
not.
you feel to have a
Yes.
necessary infrastructure in place. you know,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
mad.
Mm-hmm.
just think about this, and overnight, if you're a business, you can become a digital business that accepts credit cards with Kanoo. Now you're like, wait a minute, how does that work? Well, just imagine the user places their debit card in the app. The
Correct.
user then swipes the app at the merchant. The merchant only needs Kanoo to facilitate the transaction. You don't
Transaction.
have to get that credit card machine. You don't need it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just saved you money.
Yep.
Yeah.
That I just saved you money. What more do you need?
Yep. Yep.
So tell your customer, get Kanoo, transact with me in that fashion, and I've just saved you money.
Yep.
There you go. So when I break it down and you show business, they go and again they say, "What's my two favorite words?" That's
It's
it.
that easy. That's it.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. It's
That's
that
it.
easy. And we're going to we're revolutionizing the ground game in the Bahamas in terms of transactions and
Mm-hmm.
like they say, watch this space. Kanoo is now here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, nice. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, because trust me. Anyway, I guess when we come up, yeah, okay. Edit the show. Edit the show.
Well,
So
thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate it. It's
yeah,
been
no,
fun.
no, no, no,
It's been fun as usual. Catherine, you got to come back on if I come back on, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you know, listening to you, and from what I have been seeing, there's so many people just popping up here, popping up there, and they have this business, and I'm like thinking about it, I'm like, well, I just need Kanoo. Like, you just need Kanoo. You just need
Yes.
Kanoo. Like, you guys need Kanoo. Get Kanoo. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So, well, Keith, I know that this is your second time on the show, so three times a charm. So hopefully, if if it won't be for the remainder of 2020, we look forward to having you back on the show for 2021 to speak some more about Kanoo. Hopefully, it's not. It's before the second anniversary. But we thoroughly enjoyed the conversation. Our
Yeah.
viewers just watching. Nobody has commented. They're just there
I guess
watching.
they're afraid.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not sure what's.
He he boosted you up too much. He's like, oh, we have the big boss. So they're like,
Yeah. I guess everybody got afraid. So I don't know. Like we see the numbers they're watching, but nobody has commented. But it's good. But we
I
look.
had fun.
I surely had fun. I surely thoroughly enjoyed the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
We look forward to continue to work with Kanoo moving forward. We'll be able. All right, we get some thumbs up on some likes just now. uh, but thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be a guest on Tech Thursday
And to educate.
and to educate our viewers and your viewers on how Kanoo operates, or even potential customers or potential clients, and even to peer. You don't really need to be a business. You just want to send money to Grammy, or you want to send money to Annie or
Grammy
cousin.
need to send money to me.
Oh, Jesus.
I didn't cause the game. I
Right,
didn't do
right,
it. I didn't do it, man.
Wink, wink.
right. Leave Grammy with her pension money.
You know?
Leave her alone.
That pension money's going directly to your account.
But again, we look forward to having you on the show again. Hopefully, maybe another team member or something. We don't know. We'll discuss it. And then we wish you guys all the best. And again, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
I was trying to queue up some balloons and fetties to go, but
Eye rolling.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't have time to do it. But thank you so much for attending, and thank our viewers for staying up with us tonight. We really appreciate it. Our last show for the year is next week Thursday. You guys don't want to miss that. If you thought $50 worth of minutes was sufficient for this week, wait till we close our end of year off next week for the grand prize of our giveaway. So thank our viewers for staying up with us tonight. We see you guys next week, Thursday, same time, same place, right there on Tech Thursday. Good night, everybody.